Hello, everyone, and welcome to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock, along with Derek Blank. Derek, how are you this afternoon?
Oh, can't complain. How are you doing today?
I'm not too bad. Well, from what I understand, you're a member of the men's tennis team. Tell us a little bit about that.
We just had our first two matches earlier last week. We won our first match Monday, and we're going to be playing again Monday against Mount St. Joseph. So we're excited about that.
All right, that's a road trip as well, right?
Yes.
All right, well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Reason why we're here is volleyball. The IU East Red Wolves 4-9 now after picking up a loss earlier this morning to IU Southeast. That was the 12 o'clock match. They fell to the Grenadiers 3-2. Grenadiers won 25-23, 25-21, and 15-8. That match did go 5 sets. Today is the first time that in an NAIA meeting between IU East and Purdue Calumet. Purdue Calumet is 3-6. They just lost to IU Southeast as well. To take a look at them, they swept the Moody Bible Institute on September 18th to snap a 3-game match losing streak. Gabrielle Martin, a 5'9 freshman outside hitter, paces Purdue Calumet with 2.7 kills and 0.6 aces per set. Martin is currently 21st in the nation in aces per set. The Peregrines are 31st in the national team rankings with 1.92 aces per set. Now taking a look at the Red Wolves, one of them that are in the rankings, Mallory Livingston, she's 33rd in the NAIA with 3.45 kills per set. That average actually went up earlier this morning against the Grenadiers when she set a new school record with 28 kills in a single match. So great job to Mallory earlier this morning. Of course, the Red Wolves did win two sets in the match this morning against IU Southeast. They won those two sets 25-22 and 25-19. So we're about ready to go here with the Purdue Calumet Peregrines and the IU East Red Wolves. Derek, what do you think we're going to see in this game?
I think it's going to be a good match. Both of them lost to Southeast, but it should be a competitive match. We'll see. I think it's going to be exciting.
All right. Well, of course, like I said, Red Wolves 4-9, now 0-2 in KIAC play. We'll drop out real quick as we do the rosters and starting lineups.
Challenge each of you to enjoy today's contest with a true spirit of sportsmanship. IU East is confident that this will create a positive, competitive environment we can all take pride in and enjoy. The final match of today's tri-match features the Peregrines from Purdue University Calumet and your Indiana University East Red Wolves. Now for the full rosters for both teams. First, for the visiting Peregrines from Purdue Calumet. Number 1, Kenyatta Scales. Number 2, Carissa Jones. Number 3, Samantha Basar. Number 4, Haley Smith. Number 5, Alexis Michael. Number 6, Hannah Kelly. Number 8, Rihanna Todd. Number 9, Vanessa Sturkowitz. Number 10, Erica Dina Souza. Number 11, Kayla Elsia. Number 12, Kelly Duke. Number 14, Alyssa Perez. Number 21, Gabrielle Martin. Number 22, Allison George. Number 25, Akila Muhammad. Number 27, Christina Colon. Number 32, Elena Terrell. And number 33, Jillian Rodriguez. The head coach of the Peregrines is Julie Rejek, assisted by assistant coach Corey Sackett. And now for your IU East Red Wolves. Number 3, Logan Beeson. Number 4, Madison Yoder. Number 6, Maddie Murphy. Number 7, Bailey Gates. Number 8, Caitlin Kelly. Number 9, Katrina Detweiler. Number 11, Morgan Dobbs. Number 13, Mallory Livingston. Number 14, Paige Williamson. Number 15, Madison Mangus. Number 21, Morgan Steinbrenner. Your Red Wolves are coached by assistant coaches Kayla Gauthier and Courtney Hamilton, and the head coach of the Red Wolves in her first full season is Abby Niekamp. Your officials for today's match are Joe Erickson and Tony Pedro. Let's play.
All right, so we are ready for volleyball here at Seton Catholic High School in Richmond, Indiana. Of course, the Purdue Calumet Peregrines taking on the home team, the IU East University Red Wolves. should be an exciting match after seeing the previous two matches between both teams.
It should be. I think IU East needs to cut down on a couple of their mistakes and then get their serves in. I think that was one of their biggest issues in the first match. They just take care of business, and I think they can come out with the win right here.
I think some of the issues that they're having right now is partially just because they're such a young team. If you take a look at it, it's a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and you only have one junior, no seniors. So.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's a little unexperienced, but I think as the season goes on, they'll find their rhythm.
Yeah, not only just this season, but even the next couple seasons,
Exactly.
as a lot of these freshmen become seniors, and they definitely could become a major factor once you get to the national tournament.
Absolutely right.
All right, so both teams out on the court. Libero's coming into the game, and we're just about ready to start the first set. IU East looking to pick up win number 5 here during this 4 o'clock game. Madison Yoder will serve to start things off for the Red Wolves. Here's the serve from Yoder. And instantly a kill by Akila Muhammad off of the Peregrines. She's a 5'10 junior. 1-0 lead now. Looks like number 1 Kenyatta Scales possibly serving for the Peregrines. Kill by Livingston goes long and out of play, gives the Peregrines the 2-0 lead.
And it looks like early, like they're going to go right back to Malley after that great performance first match.
Here's the serve from the 5'4 sophomore defensive specialist. Gates trying to get over the net, and she does. A point to the Red Wolves, 2-1, now only trailing by 1 here early in the first set. Caitlin Kelly going back to serve for IU East. Here's the serve from Caitlin Kelly. This one's going to go out of bounds on the right side and tie things up at 2.
Good thing, get that serve in and make the defense make a mistake.
Caitlin Kelly's a 5'10 freshman setter out of Franklin, Indiana. Went to Franklin Community High School. There's Carissa Jones for the Peregrines. However, point will go to the Red Wolves, 3-2. Definitely a great start here for IU East after falling to the Grenadiers 3-2. Very close earlier. Went 5 sets.
And that's going to be big for IU East, too. Let's not fall behind early. Let's keep it close for a little bit and see if they can pull it out at the end.
That was Carissa Jones there. She's going back to serve now for the Peregrines. Jones is a 5'10 freshman outside hitter from Hammond, Indiana. Went to Bishop Knoll High School. Now we go into the net and give another point to Purdue Calumet.
Little miscue right there. Maybe they got to get a little more communication going.
There's the serve from Jones. And looks like they're going to call it for an illegal lift there. And a point to the Peregrines.
Wasn't a bad idea, though.
5-3 now for Purdue Calumet. The serve goes long. A point to the Red Wolves. 5-4, back within 1. Mallory Livingston going back to serve. A 5'9 outside hitter. Junior. The only junior for the Red Wolves. This one, yeah, out of play. 5-5.
A couple of close calls on the line, and a couple of times I see some of the IU East players wanting to get it, but it's a good thing to hit laid off.
Madison Yoder keeping the ball alive for the Red Wolves. There's Morgan Dobbs off the hand of the libero. That's number 3, Samantha Basar. And it's going to be a point to the Peregrines. Give them the 1-point lead back, 6-5 in the first set. So 1-point lead for the Peregrines. Kayla Muhammad serving now for Purdue Calumet. Red Wolves unable to return this one back across the net, 7-5.
The top serve is actually really good serve, and they couldn't keep it up.
Muhammad is a 5'10 junior, middle hitter from Chicago Heights, Illinois. And her serve will go long, a point to the Red Wolves. Smart decision there by IU East.
And it looks like Purdue Calumet's making the mistakes on the serve, so let's see if IU East can just keep their serve and let the defense make the mistakes.
And that one will stay in play, a point to Purdue. 8-6. Red Wolves only down by 2. Haley Smith going back to serve for the Peregrines. She's a 5'5 sophomore. There's Morgan Dobbs easily over the net. And here's Dobbs once again. This one picked up by Jones in the back. And a point to the Peregrines, 9-6 now. So Abby Niecamp's going to take a timeout. Purdue Calumet leads 9-6. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Derek Blank. Right now, Purdue Calumet has the 9-6 lead here in the first set. What do you think about what we've seen so far?
It's actually a pretty good game. Scoreboard says close, 6-9. I think the first team to go on a big run is going to take this first set, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, the advantage that Purdue has over the Red Wolves right now is they only had to play 3 sets. Red Wolves had to go 5, and it was really back and forth point by point until you got to about 20. So that's the advantage that Purdue has over IU East right now. Trina Detweiler back to serve. Detweiler's a 6'2 right side hitter, sophomore out of Bloomington, Indiana. Went to Bloomington High School North. And there's Steinbrenner, but that's going to be out of bounds on the left side of the court. And increase the Purdue Calumet lead by 3. That's 10-7 now. Number 21's back to serve. That's Gabrielle Martin. She's a 5'9 freshman outside hitter. Kankakee Valley, Indiana. And another point to Purdue, 11-7.
The top serve.
Here's the serve from Martin. Steinbrenner. Blocked up front by Steinbrenner. And that's going to be tipped. Point to Purdue. That's going to make it 12-7.
That serve that she's got is probably one of the toughest serves IU East is going against today.
12-7 advantage now for Purdue Calumet. The kill by number 10, that's Erica Dinacenzo. 6'2 middle right side hitter junior from Crete, Illinois. There's the serve. And it's going to be 2 hits on the front row of the Red Wolves. A point to Purdue, makes it 14-7. Purdue's largest lead so far.
I've seen Morgan Dobbs go up for a kill with her left hand a couple times, and I think she's right-handed, so I wonder if that shoulder's bothering her.
And that'll be tipped out of bounds off the hands of Madison Yoder. 15-7. Peregrines now up by 8. So 15-7 in the first set. Purdue Calumet has the lead if you're just now joining us. Serve there by Carissa Jones will go out of bounds.
IU's gotten a couple of free points from a couple of bad serves for Purdue Calumet. Let's see if they can capitalize on it right here.
Madison Mangus in to serve. 5'6" sophomore. Last went to West Virginia State University. And that's going to be another point to the Red Wolves as Peregrines can't return it over the net. 15-9. IU East now only trailing by 6.
IU's done a good job getting their serves, and I think they're definitely improving their last match where they had a couple miscues on serving. And as I say it, serves right into the net.
Right as you say it, there's a service here. So 16-9, lead back up to 7. Samantha Basar, the libero, serving now for Purdue Calumet. Livingston trying to kill, but the Purdue defense is just reading it very easily.
Yeah, that was a good
Point
dig.
goes to the Red Wolves, 16-10.
Great dig from the libero and the Purdue Calumet to keep that point alive, but they couldn't capitalize.
Speaking of libero, Madison Yoder, the 5'5" freshman, back to serve now for the Red Wolves. And a point to Purdue Calumet.
A little miscommunication there. Someone's got to talk and grab it.
Purdue in their black and gold uniforms. IU East in the cream and crimson with black shorts. 17-10 in the first set. Kenyatta Scales back in to serve for Purdue. And that's going to go over the net for Keelan Mohammed. Another point to the Peregrines, 18-10. And Abby Niekamp's going to take her second and final time out of the first set. We'll be right back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Purdue Calumet currently has the 18-10 lead in the first set. Red Wolves just took their second and final timeout of the first set. You get 2 timeouts per set. And they currently trail by 8.
Saw Purdue Calumet go on a bit of a run there with Gabrielle Martin's serve, and IU East has got to do a better job of corralling that great serve.
All right, so Kenyatta Scales, the 5'4" defensive specialist sophomore for Purdue Calumet, up to serve. Her second time serving in the match. Her serve goes across over to Livingston. Livingston plays the ball. And that's going to be a point to the Red Wolves. 18-11. Looks like Caitlin Kelly going back to serve for IU East.
See if IU can go on a little bit of a run of their own, bring this game back close.
And Mangus was able to keep the ball alive for the Red Wolves. And blocked up front by Livingston. Makes it 18-12. The Red Wolves have cut it back to 6. There's the serve from Caitlin Kelly. And the Peregrines fighting to keep this one alive, and they're going to get called for 4 hits. And a point to the Red Wolves, 18-13, now only down by 5. Here's the serve from Caitlin Kelly. And easily over the top for, look like number 25, Akila Muhammad.
That's one of my favorite shots, that little tap over the net, find the hole in the defense.
Yeah, it's not always having to kill the ball or anything. Sometimes it's just an easy tap of the ball over the net is what does it.
Nothing flashy, just gets the point and move on.
And speaking of kills, there's Livingston, her 29th of the day. She set that record earlier today with 28 in a single match. That's a new school record. 19-14. Here's Livingston serving. Dobbs. Both teams fighting, keeps the ball alive. Detweiler is blocked up front by number 21, Gabrielle Martin, and number 25, Akila Muhammad. 20-14, Purdue Calumet has the lead. Still in the first set. And that point goes to the Red Wolves, only trailing by 5 now, 20-15. Jones able to keep the ball alive for Purdue, but the point will go to them.
I think someone touched the net on our IU side.
21-15. Haley Smith serving for Purdue. There's Detweiler. Purdue able to keep the ball alive. But the point will go to the Red Wolves off the out on the side. 21-16.
That's what we need to see from Katrina Detweiler. We need some more aggressive kills from her. She played a little more passive in the first match. Let's see if she can stay aggressive today.
Detweiler now serving for the Red Wolves. Keep an eye on Gabrielle Martin up in the front row for Purdue, but the Red Wolves will get the point here, cut it to 4, 21-17. Here's the serve from Detweiler. Basar is able to keep the ball alive for Purdue. And the kill is good there by Gabrielle Martin. She was able to read that one very easily. 22-17. Trying to see who's serving here.
I believe it's Gabrielle Martin, 21.
Gabrielle Martin back to serve. Good. And that point will go to the Red Wolves as the serve goes long, 22-18.
IU's got a break there. They struggled with their serve earlier, so maybe they can make a run out of this.
Mangus back in to serve. 5'6" sophomore out of Muncie, Indiana. And her serve also goes long, makes it 23-18. The Peregrines 2 points away from ending the first set. Samantha Basar, the junior libero, serving just barely over the net. Yoder had the dig. Livingston trying to keep the ball alive. And Basar was back trying to keep it alive for the Peregrines.
Looked like Mallory had that kill over Yoder. Almost jumped right over her.
23-19, Red Wolves down by 4. Here's the serve from Yoder. Killed up front by number 25, Akila Muhammad. Brings up the set point opportunity for the Peregrines. Kenyatta Scales serving for Purdue Calumet. Her serve goes into the net and makes it 24-20. Right now, the thing that's really hurting both teams is their service errors.
You're exactly right. Purdue Calumet actually has more service errors, I think, and they still got the lead. So they're playing solid volleyball when they get that serve in. And that'll bring the first set to a close as the point goes to the Peregrines.
Purdue Calumet takes the first set 25-20 and leads the match 1-0. What do you think about the first set?
I think they didn't play too bad. Purdue played pretty well. Just both teams got to get that serve in, and I think IU's got to cut down on a couple little small mistakes here and there, get the communication down. I think they can take the second set if they capitalize on both of those.
All right, well, Purdue takes the first set 25-20 and leads the match 1-0. We'll be right back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they had already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Derek Blank. Purdue Calumet has the 1-0 lead in the match so far after defeating the Red Wolves 25-20 in the first set. It really was a pretty close match, really, if you take a look at it.
It was. They both played pretty well. I mean, both teams are going to make errors here and there. I feel like Purdue Calumet actually made more errors with the serve than IU East did, which was the biggest problem in the first match. And so they did well and capitalized on that, but there's a couple of miscommunication errors they got to take care of, and I think they can take this second set. They just cut down a couple of simple mistakes like that.
All right, well, we're just about ready to begin the second set. Red Wolves trying to tie things up here in the second. Purdue, however, will have the honors to serve. That's Haley Smith. Here's Detweiler. And a little miscommunication there between Mangus and Yoder, the two Madisons. But the point will go to the Red Wolves, and they'll jump out with the 1-0 lead. Caitlin Kelly's been serving to begin the rotation for the Red Wolves. Nice effort up front by Gates and Detweiler, keeping the ball hitting the floor, and there's Gates. 2-0 lead now for the Red Wolves.
Let's see if IU can start off this match with a big run, try to stay up at top and have the other team play from behind. They played from behind a couple of times last match, and they weren't able to find their way back.
All right, well, here's Purdue. They're unable to return it. A 3-0 lead now for IU East. Just joining us, Purdue Calumet has the 1-0 lead. IU East has the 3-0 lead in the second set. There's number 21. That's Gabrielle Martin. Her kill goes long, and a point to the Red Wolves, 4-0. Detweiler with the block up front. 5-0 lead now for the Red Wolves. And Purdue Calumet's going to take a timeout after IU East leads 5-0. So we'll take a quick timeout as well. You're listening to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East has jumped out with the 5-0 lead here in the second set after trailing to Purdue Calumet 1-0 in the match. Derek, what do you think about what we've seen so far?
Well, I think it was in the fourth set last match when Caitlin Kelly started out the match serving, and I think we were up like 6-0, 7-0, and I think we ended up winning that set pretty big. So it's looking like a repeat of what happened in the fourth set.
All right, well, we're ready to go. Caitlin Kelly back to serve for the Red Wolves. Kelly, a 5'10 freshman. And easily there for Gabrielle Martin to give the Peregrines their first point. 5-1.
Wasn't a hard hit, but she found the hole in the defense and got the point. Nothing flashy.
And that's something Red Wolves struggled with earlier in the season, was leaving the floor too open, and all the other teams were able to read where IU East was leaving the floor open and just able to hit that gap in the floor every time.
Exactly right. And then on the other hand, IU East they've had some big shots in this match and last match, but they just hit it to right where people are at, and they're able to corral it.
That was blocked up front by number 10, Erica Dinacenzo. Gabrielle Martin, a 5'9 freshman for Purdue Calumet, up to serve. Purdue trails 5-2 here in the second set. And the serve by Martin goes into the net. That's something we've kept talking about, the service errors.
Yeah, it's going to be a big issue for both teams. I think whoever can cut down the mistakes on that the most, or the better cut down those mistakes, I think they'll win this match.
Livingston's serve just barely over the net. There's Detweiler. Purdue able to keep the ball alive. Almost found an open spot on the floor again. There's Livingston. And that was blocked up front with a team effort between Erica Dinacenzo and Kayla Elsia.
That was one of the more lengthier points, too. And again, Morgan Dobbs went up with the left hand instead of the right. Can't get quite as much power as she wants to with it if she could have went up with the right.
6-3. There's Yoder keeping the ball alive for the Red Wolves. Blocked up front by Akila Muhammad and a point to the Peregrines, 6-4.
Couple bad setups for IU East, so they can't quite get to a great kill if they set it up a little better.
There's Dobbs. It's going to be out of play as is on the outside of the antenna, 6-5.
Another tough setup for even the best player to get back in.
Here's Samantha Basar. She's a 4'9 junior libero. And that point goes to the Red Wolves, 7-5. Brings up, looks like Bailey Gates to serve. 5'10 middle outside hitter. Freshman at IU East. Good attempt there by Carissa Jones. Was stopped by Bailey Gates. And that one will go out of bounds. A point to the Red Wolves, 8-5, lead by 3.
Nice hit by Bailey to keep that point alive, and they can end up getting the point.
Peregrines trying to keep the ball alive. Set there by Livingston. And the kill by Steinbrenner. And increases the Red Wolves' lead by 4, 9-5. There's the serve from Gates. And Caitlin Kelly is going to get caught by crossing the line there underneath the net. 9-6 after the point goes to the Peregrines. Kenyatta Scales serving now for the Peregrines. And her serve goes long, a point to the Red Wolves, 10-6.
Can't stress enough how important getting that serve is. Giving out free points. You gotta make the team earn it.
Katrina Detweiler back to serve for IU East. Here's her serve. Blocked up front by Kelly. And they're going to return the favor there. It looked like number 4, Haley Smith, with the block. 11-6, a 5-point advantage. And actually, the point did go to the Red Wolves. Not quite sure what happened there.
I don't know either. Maybe it touched the net?
Possibly. All right.
I'm not complaining, though. We'll take the point, I guess.
We'll definitely take the point. 11-6. Here's the serve from Detweiler. And that was blocked up front by Dobbs, but it's going to go out of bounds. A point to Purdue Calumet, 11-7. Red Wolves with the lead. Peregrines lead the match 1-0. Right now, Red Wolves up by 4 in the second set. Here's Livingston. Livingston with the kill, and gets a point to the Red Wolves, 12-7.
IU East just seems like they're in a good mood right now. A lot of smiles out there, and I think they play their best ball when they're happy and just relaxed.
Livingston now has 5 kills in the match. We'll give her about 33 for the day. 13-7 after that point goes to IU East. Right now, Purdue only has 17 kills. They actually lead kills right now, 17-12. That point there goes to the Red Wolves, 14-7, their largest lead of the match.
Going right back to Mallory Livingston. I think she's doing good. Just keep on giving to her.
And that's something Franklin mentioned in the first game, was keep feeding the ball over to Mallory Livingston, because that's where things are working right now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just give her the ball.
That's exactly what he said, too. All right, 15-7. Red Wolves up by 8. Substitution over there by Purdue. There's Gabrielle Martin again. And the point is going to go to Purdue. 15-8. Looks like more than anything, they called the Red Wolves for being in the net. Keela Muhammad serving now for the Peregrines. Here's Steinbrenner. She'll get a kill.
They're just out.
And apparently it was just out of bounds.
Red Wolves thought they had that point. Looked just deep, though.
There's Steinbrenner trying to get a kill again. Get her there for the Red Wolves. There's Livingston. Kept alive by number 5, Alexis Michael. And that point goes to the Red Wolves, 16-9.
Nice little block there from Mallory Livingston.
So Madison Yoder now serving for IU East. Red Wolves in good position right now to win the first set after that one goes off of Kayla Elsia. Into the net, 16-10. Not quite sure what happened there.
I think Bailey's block did just out.
All right, 16-10. Purdue just served. Detweiler unable to get over there. Makes it 16-11.
Even for being so short, that barrel can cover some ground. She got a couple of good digs for that squad.
There's the set by Kelly. Gates trying to kill. And that's going to be a point to the Red Wolves as Purdue Calumet just can't get it back over the net.
Wasn't the greatest spike or anything, but just making the other team make the mistake.
So Red Wolves 8 points away.
Maybe a wet spot on the court.
That's what it looks like. And Gabrielle Martin, she didn't put a hard hit onto the ball that time. It was just enough to get it over and off the hands of Yoder to give them the point. So Martin back to serve.
When you find
the Peregrines.
When you find the holes in the defense, you don't even have to hit it hard. Just put in the spots where they're not.
And that point to Purdue as well. They're back within 4, 17-13.
Another tough serve from Gabrielle.
And her serve into the net. Makes it 18-13. Red Wolves back up by 5. So Mallory Livingston up to serve for IU East. And that goes long. Another point to the Red Wolves, 19-13.
Yeah, nice little comfortable lead, a 6-point lead right now. And let's see if they can just keep ahead, don't make any mistakes, and they'll let this team get right back in it.
6-point advantage for the Red Wolves. Over onto the Peregrine side. And that's going to be a point to Purdue Calumet, 19-14. Purdue hasn't taken a timeout yet in the match. IU East has used 2.
It's like Purdue's coach is pretty comfortable having their players think she thinks that they can handle the situation, maybe bring it back. That's confidence in her players.
2014, Bailey Gates back to serve. Here's the serve from Gates. Blocked up front by the Red Wolves. This one's going to fall to the floor. Akila Muhammad trying to keep the ball alive.
It's a good effort. It's got to hurt, though.
Here's Detweiler. Dobbs. Blocked up front by Steinbrenner and Dobbs.
Another lengthy point. That was a good point, both sides.
22-14. Red Wolves now up by 8. 3 points away from ending the second set and tying the match at 1. That's going to be a point to the Red Wolves, 23-14. And Purdue is going to take a timeout after IU East has the 23-14 lead. We'll be right back with more Indiana University East volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IU East Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IU East athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Red Wolves up 23-14, looking to tie the match at 1. Purdue still in their timeout with about 15 seconds left on the clock in the timeout. Their first timeout of the match. So 23-14, Red Wolves up by 9. I really think the Red Wolves have this one under control.
Yep. They haven't done anything real flashy this match. They just cut down their mistakes, and they've made the other team make more mistakes than they have. And that you can see on the scoreboard, they're up 9 now.
All right, so Caitlin Kelly not getting any serve. She's actually up toward the front row. That's Bailey Gates serving. And that point to the Red Wolves, 24-14, up by 10. Set point for IU East. There's Gates serving the set point, trying to tie it up at 1. And her serve's going to go out of bounds on the right side to make it 24-15.
That was one of the few mistakes they've had this set.
24-15. That brings up Purdue Calumet's number 5, Alexis Michael, the 5'3" defensive specialist sophomore. There's Dobbs. Rivero can't keep a hand on it. And that brings the second set to a close. Red Wolves will take the win 25-15 in set number 2. So that ties the match up at 1. Derek, what's your thoughts?
They looked comfortable. They like I mentioned earlier, they looked relaxed. They looked happy. They're just having a good time, having fun, and they play their best volleyball when they do that.
All right, so IU East takes the 25-15 win in the second set, ties the match up at 1-1. We'll be back with more IU East volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they'd already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IU East Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IU East athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And we're back with IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network, all tied up at 1 after the Red Wolves won the second set 25-15. And we're about ready to begin the third set. Derek, what do you expect to see here in the third set?
I think Purdue Calumet's going to make a couple adjustments. I think they're going to give them a better set than the second set. So look for a tighter set right here.
All right, there you have it. Madison Yoder checking in. A little high five a few of her teammates. Once again, IU East in the cream and crimson uniforms. Purdue in their black, gold, and white. Both sides with black shorts. Here's the serve from Yoder. And Red Wolves immediately pick up the first point just like they did in the last set. Jump out with the 1-0 lead off the block.
And that's a big thing, too, is starting off the game up front, play a little more relaxed, a little more comfortable. And it's tough playing from behind. You get a little nervous. Every mistake seems bigger than it actually is.
Blocked up front by the Red Wolves again. Peregrine's trying to keep the ball alive. Nicodina Senzo is able to get the ball across the net easily, but the point's going to the Red Wolves, 3-0. This is starting out exactly like the second hit. They jumped out with about the 6-0 lead.
And Caitlin, I've seen her pull that off a couple of times in the first match today against Southeast, where even just on the second hit, not even on the third hit, she hits it over and finds a hole in the defense when they're not prepared for it.
That point to Purdue. 2-1. Missed something. Livingston with the kill.
Big kill.
That's been pretty familiar all throughout the day. 3-1. Red Wolves with the lead. Caitlin Kelly going back to serve. Looks like
hit the net.
Erica DiNacenzo is up front to return the favor. But the points goes to the Red Wolves after she gets into the net a little. And 4-1 now. IU East with the 3-point lead. Another point to the Red Wolves, 5-1. Early 4-point lead for the Red Wolves.
Purdue Calumet's having trouble corralling that serve and send their teammates up for a good kill.
Here's the serve from Caitlin Kelly. And that point goes to the Peregrines, 5-2. Looks like Alexis Michaels checked in to serve for Purdue Calumet. Here's Detweiler with the kill off the hands of number 21, Gabrielle Martin. 6-2 lead now for the IU East Red Wolves.
I think Katrina Detweiler, she's probably the X factor for the team. When she plays great, the whole team's going to play great. Mallory Livingston's the familiar name where she gets most of the kills, but Katrina can get some good kills to kind of mix things up as well.
Detweiler now with 3 kills. Looks like the kill attempt there by number 25, Akila Muhammad, goes out of bounds. No, actually it did stay in, so that's going to bring up Carissa Jones. A serve for Purdue Calumet. 6-3 in the third set. Tied at 1 in the match. If you're just now joining us, thanks for tuning in. IU East has the 6-4 lead over Purdue Calumet. Here's the serve from Carissa Jones. A little low on the return for the Red Wolves, but it's going to be an illegal lift on the play. 6-5. Peregrine's back within 1.
I think that's twice that she's done that now. She can't quite get away with it on this guy.
Dobbs up front for the Red Wolves. Ooh. And another point to the Red Wolves, 7-5.
And I was told by the volleyball girls that when you hit the opponent in the face, the coach takes them out for free ice cream. So I think they're pretty excited about that. Maybe that will get them going here.
(7-6) after that point goes to Purdue. It's going to bring up Akila Muhammad to serve for the Peregrines. Here's Dobbs. And that kill is going to go long by Kayla Elsia. First name and last name ran together on me there real quick. Detweiler back to serve for the Red Wolves. 8-6 lead for IU East. Going to go under the net, give another point to IU East 9-6 with a 3-point lead.
It's a great dig by Madison Yoder to keep that point alive and end up getting the point.
Yoder has 8 digs now in the match. And that point will go to Purdue, 9-7.
Tough hit there from Purdue Calumet. Mallory Livingston tried to keep it alive, but there's no one there.
Haley Smith back to serve for the Peregrines. 9-7 lead for IU East, tied at 1 in the match. Here's Steinbrenner. And that goes just out of bounds on the right side of the courts. Gives another point to IU East, 10-7. Madison Mangus in to serve for IU East. Here's her serve. This is going off the hands of Basar. Here's Livingston with the kill. This one goes in the bleachers off the hands of Samantha Basar and gives the Red Wolves a 4-point lead, 11-7.
Very familiar call today is Livingston with the kill.
Livingston now with 9 kills in the match. 37 on the afternoon. Easy effort there for Morgan Steinbrenner. That'll make 3 kills for her. 12-7 lead for IU East.
Not the hardest hit, but as we mentioned before, just find the holes, find where the team is not at, and get the point. As there's another wet spot on the floor, looks like.
That's actually over where I believe it was Madison Yoder fell in the first match this afternoon.
Don't want anybody getting hurt.
I remember this one gym that I played basketball on. It could be summer and there was water on the floor over there. Nobody knew why, but everybody was falling in the water and you had to stop the game about every 2 minutes to dry the floor off over there. It was kind of annoying. The Purdue Calumet's going to take a timeout. IU East has the 12-7 lead. We'll be right back with more Indiana University East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Red Wolves currently have the 5-point lead, 12-7 over the Purdue Calumet Peregrines. Good start here in the second set for IU East.
Hasn't been real flashy or anything for the Red Wolves so far this set. They've had a couple big kills, but they just cut down the mistakes, let the other team make the mistakes. Let's see if they can pull out this set again.
Madison Mangus back to serve for the Red Wolves. Here's her serve over to Purdue. Off the hands of Basar. Basar had to dig there for the Peregrines. Here's Steinbrenner. This one's going to go long and a point to the Peregrines. (12-8). IU East has the lead. Steinbrenner sets the ball. Here's the kill from Livingston. This one is going to be called 2 hits and a point to the Peregrines. Gabrielle Martin, the 5'9" outside hitter, back to serve for Purdue University Calumet. And that one into the net. Another service error on the Peregrines. That makes it 13-9 now for the Red Wolves.
Gabrielle Martin has a big serve, but quite a few times now she's had either into the net or long, and she needs to cut down the mistakes for the team.
There's another point for IU East. 14-9 after that one goes out of bounds in the backcourt.
And that's been their biggest difference from the first match today. Was they had a lot of serves in the net, a lot of serves that are out, and now they're just getting the serves in, and they're a good pace too as well.
There's a point to the Peregrines. 14-10, back within 4. This is kind of a completely unrelated topic, but I don't know if you're familiar with the app called Time Hop. You ever heard of it?
I'm not, actually.
Actually, is what it is. You link it to all your social media, and it'll like a calendar year.
Oh, you know what? I have heard that, yep.
And I actually got a notification from it on that last time out. 1 year ago today, I was in the WKPW studios at Knightstown High School interviewing Mark Boyle, the voice of the Pacers. So it's kind of interesting. I totally forgot about that. So 5-point lead now for the Red Wolves, 15-10. And there's another point to IU East, 16-10, a 6-point lead.
Well, I'm no voice of the Pacers, so I'm sorry to upset you on that one.
Me either. He definitely taught us a couple things, and try to learn from everybody that you can learn from.
Exactly.
16-10. And another point to the Red Wolves makes it 17-10.
Went to Mallory Livingston twice on that. The first time she got blocked, and they just went right back to her. It doesn't look like they're going to mix too much things up when she's doing it all right.
The thing that's good about Mark Boyle is he can paint such a good picture about what's going on in the game through radio. He'll tell you the trim that's on the uniforms. It's pretty neat how he's able to do the game. 17-11 after the point goes to the Peregrines. And that's going to be a point to IU East. 18-11, up by 7. And I did not mean to make that rhyme.
Of course you did.
I try. You know, it's a tough job sometimes. Morgan Dobbs over the net. Another point to IU East. 19-11. Now an 8-point lead for the Red Wolves. And I believe this is actually their largest lead of the entire afternoon.
They're playing well. They're looking really confident out there. They're playing great.
That one over to number 21, Gabrielle Martin. And that just to the right side of, looked like number 5, Alexis Michael, makes it 20-11. Red Wolves now 5 points away from taking the 2-1 lead.
Saw Katrina Detweiler kind of waving to her teammates like, I didn't mean to do that, but hey, if you can get the point any way you can, I don't think they're going to be mad at you.
Whatever works.
Exactly.
Livingston back to serve now for the Red Wolves. Livingston, as we've mentioned a couple times, a 5'9" outside hitting junior. Blocked out front by Gates. Another point to IU East. Now up by 10, 21-11. Livingston over towards the left side of the court serving. And one's going to be called out of bounds as it's just to the outside of the out-of-bounds line there on the right side, 22-11.
Livingston, the lone junior, is the only upperclassman in this team, so she plays well. That's who they look up to.
And miscommunication there, up onto the basketball goal. Gates up top with the kill, 23-11.
I like how they play that, though. Play it off the basketball hoop. It adds a little extra element to the game.
It does. It's like I was telling Franklin earlier. I said, I know it's not quite the same, but in my elementary gym class, if it went up onto the ceiling or the wall or whatever is out, it's kind of neat to see them play it off the ceiling sometimes.
Watching the first match today when they played it, I was thinking the same thing you were. When it hits the ceiling or a wall or anything, it's out. But they play on here. They play no matter what.
All right, Red Wolves have the 23-11 lead at the timeout. We'll be right back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. IU East up 23-11. Purdue Calumet just took a timeout, and obviously the coach is a little upset with their team. I don't know if you heard it, Derek, but she told them they need to step up now and get things under control.
How bad do they want it? See if they can come back, but it looks like there's a tip, but yeah, they haven't played their greatest volleyball here in this third set.
24-11 brings up the... That throws me off a little bit. The point went to the Red Wolves, and Purdue's serving. All right, so now they have the board fixed. 23-12. Point went to Purdue. And Gates over the top. That one stays in bounds for the kill.
Right in the corner. That was a great spot.
Gates now has 7 kills on the match. 24-12. Bailey Gates will go back to serve set point and try to take the 2-1 lead.
Gates and Livingston, they're two players. They're not the tallest players in the team, but they sure can jump, and it seems like they just float up there for the longest time.
And Dobbs with the easy effort over to Carissa Jones off the hands of Jones. That makes it 25-12. Red Wolves now have the 2-1 lead over the Purdue Calumet Peregrines. Derek, what have you thought so far in the match?
Well, they lost the first set, but it looks like they didn't bother them at all, and it's pretty impressive how they've got the next 2 sets to go up now, 2-1. So let's see if they can stay confident, try to get the play of the lead at the beginning, and
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they'd already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Derek Blank. Red Wolves have the 2-1 lead after winning the second and third sets 25-15 and 25-12. Getting ready here for the fourth set. Red Wolves trying to pick up the win in set number 3 and call it a day. Derek, what do you think about this fourth set?
Well, I would say just keep going to Mallory Livingston, but the thing is, I think everyone's playing great, so I think it's good to just keep mixing things up. Don't let the other team know what's going to happen, and when in doubt, I guess it wouldn't hurt to go to Mallory Livingston. She's playing great, but everyone else as well.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at some stats here. IU East currently has more kills than Purdue Calumet. IU East has 33 compared to Purdue's 27. IU East has 29 assists, and Calumet has 26. Red Wolves have 27 digs compared to their 24, and 7 aces compared to their 5. So the stats really fairly close, so it should make an interesting fourth set. That's if you're putting the game into the hands of the stats. And the first point's going to go to Purdue. 1-0 lead. Here's the serve from Haley Smith. And another point to Purdue.
IU East got a little behind in the first match too, or first set, excuse me, and they weren't able to bring it back. So let's see if they can just keep it close this first set, maybe come back with a little run of their own. They shouldn't be getting rattled here in this 0-2 deficit.
Now, do you think some of that is just being overconfident after winning the past two sets?
It could be. I mean, they might have let down off the gas a little bit, and I guess all the coaches tell you not to do that. You always want to keep playing your best volleyball, and it looks like they're kind of slowing down, but we'll see.
3-0. Purdue has the lead. This serve goes long by Smith, and a point to the Red Wolves, now only trailing by 2, 3-1. Looks like Caitlin Kelly back to serve for IU East. Nice dig there by Yoder, but that will go into the net, and another point to Purdue Calumet, 4-1.
Yoder's done a solid job today, keeping the ball alive with a couple of nice digs.
Here's Livingston, and this one's going to get out of play behind the official, 4-2.
I guess when in doubt, just give her the ball. She knows what to do with it.
There's the serve from Livingston. And another point to the Red Wolves, back within 1, 4-3.
We've seen the Red Wolves do a lot of those short serves, and I think it's been working with them all day, so I guess they're going to stick with it.
All three IU East coaches on the bench looking pretty comfortable right now. Tied up at 4.
They have confidence in their players. They have confidence they know what to do. Let's see if they get the win.
So the Red Wolves now on a run here. This one's going to go way back and not able to be kept in bounds by the Peregrines. 5-4.
Couple solid serves from Mallory Livingston right now.
Here's Detweiler. And that one's going to go long, tie it up at 5. 5-5. Here's Madison Yoder. Set by Kelly. Here's Detweiler off the hands of the Peregrines, number 21. That's Gabrielle Martin. Gives the Red Wolves the 1-point lead back, 6-5. Well, that's going to bring up Caitlin Kelly to serve. No, she's not serving. My bad. She's back up in the front row again. That's Bailey Gates. I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up all the time.
I like how the players have confidence in Trina Detweiler, too. Even though 2 points ago she hit a spike out, and then they go right back to her the next point, and she ends up getting the kill. So that's a good confidence booster for both her and her other teammates.
A nice reaction there also by the Red Wolves, but it's going to go out of bounds and tie it up at 6. So 6-6. Alexis Michael serving for Purdue University Calumet. And a point to IU East, 7-6.
I have a feeling this set's going to be a little closer than the second and third set. Purdue Calumet seemed to have made a couple adjustments, and they're playing a little better than they have in the second and third.
There's Steinbrenner, able to get the ball across the net for the Red Wolves. Yoder able to keep it alive, but this one's going to go off the bottom of the net. And Steinbrenner trying to make an effort there, but it's going to tie things up at 7. Right now, the fourth set really going back and forth and tying things up.
Yeah, this should be a tight set. Second and third, Red Wolves got away with it a little bit, but I think Purdue Calumet came to play this fourth set. I think they're going to keep it close.
Morgan Dobbs with the kill for the Red Wolves to give them the 1-point lead, 8-7.
Good job of finding the open spot in the back row.
There's the serve from Madison Mangus. Purdue fighting to keep the ball alive here. Almost a little miscommunication there between Carissa Jones and Samantha Basar. Point to the Red Wolves, however, 9-7.
The thing about Morgan Steinbrenner, too, is when she gets a good kill and gets the point, she gets pretty excited, and it's noticeable by anybody in the building. And I think that kind of rallies the troops and gets everybody going.
Able to be kept alive. Nice reaction times there by the Red Wolves. This goes out of bounds off the Peregrines. 3-point advantage now for IU East, 10-7.
Big dig there from Mallory Livingston to keep the point alive.
And looks like Purdue is going to take a timeout. IU East has the 10-7 lead and the 2-1 match here in the fourth set. We'll be right back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Red Wolves have the 10-7 lead here in the fourth set and the 2-1 lead in the match. Purdue University Calumet just took a timeout as they trailed the Red Wolves by 3. Possibly just a timeout to kind of regroup here. They were going back and forth, and now the Red Wolves have the 3-point advantage.
So Purdue Calumet isn't looking too bad. You're exactly right. I think timeout wasn't it was just making a couple adjustments, maybe to relax a little bit, and they're still in the set.
All right, Madison Mangus serving for the Red Wolves. Here's Livingston with the kill.
At this point, it's almost a guarantee if the ball goes up to Mallory Livingston, it's going to be a kill.
13 now in the match. 41 between the two games today. And a point there to the Peregrines. 11-8.
Very, very solid hit there. Find the open spot in the defense.
You know, with 41 kills on the day, Livingston was 33rd in the NAIA with 3.4 4 or 5 kills per set coming into today. You can bet she probably went up a couple spots in that average.
I would imagine.
Here's Livingston again. And that one's going to go long, out of bounds. 11-9. Peregrine's back within 2. Kayla Muhammad, the 5'10 junior out of Chicago Heights, Illinois. Serving for Purdue Calumet. Steinbrenner with the kill up front for IU East. 12-9. Gives them the 3-point lead back. The Purdue coach over there still confident with her players. As Purdue Calumet's trying to tie this up and go into a 5th. IU East has already had a 5th set today, so they're trying to end this in 4. And the serve by Yoder is going to go into the net. 12-10.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine how exhausting it would be to play 2 5-set matches.
This is the 4th match I've been through today. 3 here and 1 out of high school this morning. So
you're pretty exhausted too then.
I am. I've still got a long night ahead. So. Here's Livingston with another kill. That's off the hands of number 4, Haley Smith. 13-10.
Nice dig there from Madison Mangus. Keep that ball alive. Get it to Mallory Livingston and bring it down.
Now Caitlin Kelly's back to serve for IU East. Here's the serve. Just over the top of the net. That's another one of those low serves that you were talking about earlier. Here's Livingston. Off the hands again of the Peregrines. That's like number 2, Carissa Jones. 4-point advantage now for the Red Wolves. And increasing.
Red Wolves are really finding their spots for the serves. It's a big improvement from the first match.
Here's the 14th serve from Caitlin Kelly. Yoder able to keep it alive, but that's going to go over to Franklin Christ at the scorer's table.
Look alive, Franklin.
He was not scared of that at all.
No.
Here's the serve from Gabrielle Martin. Livingston trying to kill it, but it goes off the top of the net and stays on the IU East side of the net. 14-12.
A tough setup for her to actually get the kill there. I think great serve for Gabrielle. Made it really tough for IU East to capitalize on that.
Bailey Gates easily over the net. Samantha Basar with the dig for the Peregrines. There's Katrina Weiler with the point for the Red Wolves off the kill. 3-point advantage for IU East, 15-12.
You see the Red Wolves bench getting pretty hyped too. They like to keep their players excited.
IU East has a little bit shorter roster too than the Peregrines have. We've got 4 players over here for IU East, and looks about like 11 over there for 11 or 12.
Significant difference, which plays a factor too, especially when you have to play 2 matches a day.
Exactly. 15-13. There's the serve for the Samantha Basar. And looks like a net violation there on. I wasn't able to tell who that was.
Looks like Purdue Calumet's keeping this one close. They're kind of trying to put the pressure on IU East to make the mistakes now. IU East, the last 2 sets, they were up big and they just seemed relaxed. Now, IU East is going to seem a little more timid when they got a close game and then bringing down their necks.
A block up front by Detweiler. 16-14. And that's actually something you talked about before the 4th set. You figured that Purdue Calumet was going to make some adjustments and try to keep things close here in the 4th set.
Yeah, they've done a good job at it too. They're only down 2 here. This set is far from over. They can still pull this one out.
Blocked up front by Dobbs. 17-14.
Couple big blocks, 2 points in a row, and then that gets the whole team excited, and they just play confident from there on out.
Bailey Gates back to serve for IU East. 5'10" middle outside hitter, freshman from Winchester. Blocked up front by Steinbrenner. Got out of bounds, however. 17-15.
Last few points, Purdue Calumet's had a tough time getting over these tall front row players for IU East.
Blocked up front by Dobbs. And that falls over to the IU East side of the net onto the floor. 17-16. Peregrines have it back within one.
Little miscommunication there. That was one of the bigger problems there in the first set. Let's see if they can cut down on that to finish out this set.
Here's Dobbs. Off the hands of Martin. Steinbrenner's kill is going to go long. Tied up at 17.
Niekamp coming off the bench. First time I've actually seen her. She seemed pretty cool, calm and collected the whole set. And doing a little coaching to her players, trying to settle down probably.
I was actually about to make a comment on that. Niekamp back up and calls for a timeout after Purdue Calumet has battled back and has the 18-17 advantage. We'll be right back with more Indiana University East volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they had already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball now. I've started going on about what was going on out on the court before we were even back from the commercial break yet. So Red Wolves now down by one after Purdue Calumet has battled back. They're pretty excited right now, being up by one, trying to tie things at 2. They have the 18-17 advantage over IU East.
You can notice in the Red Wolves' faces, they're not quite as relaxed or quite as happy as they were in the second and third set when they had a big lead. So let's see if they can play under the pressure right now. It'll be a big test for them.
There's the serve by number 10, Erica DiMacenzo. And another point to the Peregrines. A 2-point advantage now, 17-19. Red Wolves trying to pick up win number 5. That one goes out of bounds and a point to IU East, 18-19.
Another serving miss too for Purdue Calumet. And that's probably been their biggest problem today, is just getting that serve in. Giving out 3 points.
Gator with the dig. Steinbrenner up front. Here's Steinbrenner again off the hands of Ribeiro. That's number 3, Samantha Basar. Ties it up at 19. Red Wolves back on a run here.
See the Purdue Calumet coach get pretty excited there. And one of the players tipped it up. The ball was right next to her and she was yelling, "Come get it." And Purdue Calumet players are just a little late.
And that one falls to the floor after the dig. 20-19, miscommunication there on the Peregrines' part.
Couple big serves, Katrina Detweiler right now. See if she can keep it going, close out this set.
20-19, 5 points away for the Red Wolves. Have to win by 2. Another wet spot out on the floor. Make sure to stay tuned. After the game, we'll have an interview with either head coach Abby Niekamp or one of the players. And another point to the Red Wolves, up by 2, 21-19. Things are starting to be back in their favor at this point.
Yeah, Purdue Calumet's having a tough time corralling that serve, and they can't quite take advantage or be offensive with the ball. And that just sets up IU East pretty easily.
There's the serve from Detweiler, an easy serve. Blocked up front by Dobbs and Steinbrenner. Easily over the net for Caitlin Kelly. 22-19, 3-point lead now for IU East.
Another one of those second hit balls where she just taps it over when the defense isn't ready. Find a big hole in the defense, and she pulls it out pretty nicely.
Probably a little bit more of a hard serve here from Detweiler, I'm assuming. But also there's a lot of empty space there by the net, so could be a light serve once again, but it is a little bit harder to serve. And that one's going to be out of bounds. A point to the Red Wolves there on the left side. 23-19, and looks like Purdue is going to take a timeout. IU East has the 23-19 lead over Purdue Calumet and the 2-1 lead in the match. We'll be right back with more Indiana University East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And we're back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. IU East has the 23-19 lead over the Purdue Calumet Peregrines. And IU East also has the 2-1 lead. So 2 more points brings the day to a close for the Red Wolves. And they will have win number 5 at that point. Katrina Detweiler serving for the Red Wolves. Here's the serve from Detweiler. And that serve goes into the net. 23-20.
IU East went on a big run there at the end, trying to close this game out behind Katrina Detweiler's serve, but as she serves in the net, let's see if they can finish these last 2 points out.
Here's Steinbrenner blocked up front by 2 of the Calumet players. Steinbrenner blocking again up front. Morgan Dobbs unable to keep the ball alive for the Red Wolves. 23-21. Things are still in good shape for the Red Wolves, however.
Purdue Calumet struggling trying to get that kill over the tall IU East front row players, but they're able to get the point there.
Dobbs up front, blocked. 23-22.
Purdue Calumet just gave them a taste of their own medicine right there with the block of their own.
So Abby Niecamp's going to take a timeout as it's a 1-point match here. 23-22. We'll be back with more IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Red Wolves have the 1-point lead and the 1-set lead also, 23-22 and 2-1. Purdue Calumet coming back out on the court. Red Wolves ready to go. And Carissa Jones serving for the Purdue Calumet Peregrines. Yoder with the dig. Livingston for the Red Wolves. Blocked up front by Steinbrenner. Peregrines able to keep the ball alive. Set by Yoder. Here's Steinbrenner. Off the hands of number 11 again. It's Kayla Alcia. Steinbrenner, this one's going to be inbounds with the kill. 24-22. And Red Wolves with the match point opportunity.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm pretty sure I did call that this one was going to be a little closer than the other sets.
And Red Wolf fans making noise. Here's the serve from Mangus for the match. Mangus back. Miscommunication between Yoder and Mangus. 24-23.
Glad no one got hurt there. That could have been dangerous.
That could have been very bad as they did collide a little bit there. Both trying to make an effort to get to the ball.
I'd like to see the hustle from both players, though. That's good.
Red Wolves with the chance to win it right here. 24-23. Only have to win by 2. Zakila Muhammad will serve for Purdue. Here's the serve. And that goes into the net. This one's going to go to the Red Wolves. 25-23. You couldn't ask for a much better set than that. And I know I was a little nervous. I don't know about you. What did you think about the match tonight, Derek?
That was a great match. Like I said before, IU East went down in the first set. They never gave up. They stayed relaxed, and especially that second and third set, they just played great volleyball. Probably the best volleyball I've seen all year, where they just seemed relaxed. They're happy. And they're hitting some great shots. And then that fourth set, they were challenged a little bit. They kept Purdue Calumet kept it close, but IU East was able to battle out and get the victory, which is good.
All right. Well, Red Wolves take the 25-23 win in the fourth set and win the match 3-1 here at Seton Catholic High School. Their second home game, technically, first time they've been at home in an exact month. We'll be back in just a few moments with the post-game interview. We'll be right back on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And welcome back to IU East Volleyball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Now joining me is head coach Abby Niekamp. Coach, 5-9 now on the season. What did you think about today as a whole?
Today was great. We played a solid game against Southeast this morning. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish, but I think we played a solid game, and then we pulled it out for Purdue Calumet.
Let's talk a little bit about Mallory Livingston. Set a school record today with 28 kills in a single match. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Mal is such a go-to player for us. She seems to play consistently all the way around, not even just her hitting, but her hitting was on point today, and it was great to see.
That's something Franklin and I and Derek and I talked about in both games today. When things seemed to be going wrong for the Red Wolves, Mallory was kind of the go-to person. Did it seem like to you?
Absolutely, yeah. We try to get Mal the ball anytime we're in a rough spot. She always knows where to put it on the other side of the court.
All right, well, you have 2 road games now in Kentucky. First of all, that's Midway, Kentucky. That's on the 23rd. What do you know about them?
Well, you know, our conference is unpredictable sometimes, so we're just going to try to build off of what we did today.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. So Red Wolves pick up the 3-1 win over Purdue University Calumet with scores of 25-15, 25-12, and 25-23. Once again, they're back in action on the 23rd at Midway and also on the 27th at Brescia, Kentucky. I'm Caleb Gillock, the voice of your IU East Red Wolves. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.